What's going on, Javier Lobby? It's your boy Javier with the Javier Show. Make sure you say it twice. So, Tom Macdonald did a response from WhiteBoy called This House, and it was recommended to me by HOG, Hangover Gang, to do WhiteBoy first, which I did, and now to do This House. So, I'm going to do that. So, I'm excited about it. I hope you are too. Let's get into it.
1 in a million to 1 billion. Too hot to be in the kitchen. I'll end up melting the ceiling.
All right, before we get into that, for those of you who don't know who missed my last video, I just want to point out that I will be doing a 4-hour special on the 29th from 7 p.m. Eastern to 11 p.m. Eastern. And it's going to be 4 hours, and I'm covering politics, religion, culture, and a Q&A, and I'm taking the One Chip Challenge live stream. I got a panel of guests all coming on for each hour to discuss things. I'm going to give y'all more details, but with that being said, don't miss it. Set a reminder, come check us out, and come watch what the Javier Lobby got going on. Thank y'all so much. Now, let's get into the reason y'all all clicked on this video. The WhiteBoy Response, This House by Tom Macdonald. Let's get it. I want to read some of that. You suck. Shake my head. Garbage. At I am Tom Macdonald. Wow. You're a racist. Wow. Stop making music. Wow. Worst rapper ever. Man, somebody even sent the poop emojis. So apparently Tom Macdonald was reading this stuff. So that can be so toxic.
Lately, everyone been talking crazy. Feel like everybody's got some to say. They misinterpreted my good intentions and expected I was just gonna step away.
Man, listen. I saw the video. Good intentions, great intentions. But as always, it's always going to be some people who just can't get with a good, positive message. They just can't let you have it, Tom. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But you're speaking facts.
Lately, everyone been talking crazy. Feel like everybody's got some to say. They misinterpreted my good intentions and expected I was just gonna step away. If there's a heart that pumps and there's a breath to take, then I won't bite my tongue as long as I'm awake.
Damn straight. No sellouts. Don't ever bite your tongue, man. If you don't say it, if somebody else ain't saying it, somebody got to. Just because they hate on you. I mean, I saw the little click, the little tweet that said kill yourself. What is that to say to somebody? Even if I disagree with you and I don't like what you got to say, if you're not actively trying to harm me or do anything to my family, why would I want to do you harm or wish harm to come upon you? It makes no sense. Stupid. Now, if you're new to the channel, I pay attention to the lyrics, I pay attention to the visuals, and I pay attention to the music.
And expected I was just gonna step away. If there's a heart that pumps and there's a breath to take, then I won't bite my tongue as long as I'm awake. And they don't have the guts to make a dumb mistake. I'd rather crash a car than never touch the brakes. I built this in house.
I'd rather crash the car than touch the brakes. Okay. This one is a lyricism one, I guess. The beat, it's okay. Like I said with WhiteBoy, that was okay. We'll see how it drops because he seems to be very lyrical on this one. At least that's what his intentions should be. Just my first impression. Hopefully it gets there.
House. They're the kind of people that be dying for exposure. They're the kind of...
Let me rewind that. Let's get back to it.
Crash a car that never touched the brakes. I built this in house. They're the kind of people that be dying for exposure. They're the kind of people that get mad and lose composure. They're the kind of people that are never going forward. They're...
I built this house. Now I see why this song is called I Built This House. Okay, I was concerned, like, okay, he made WhiteBoy. Now this house. I don't see what the relation is, but now I built this house. Yeah, he did. And all these people who coming after him, they are the haters. They are the same people who need exposure. They need somebody to grab onto to propel their own self-dignity or to verify that they exist or that they matter. Facts. Who spends their time saying stuff like that?
They're the kind of people that be dying for exposure. They're the kind of people that get mad and lose composure. They're the kind of people that are never going forward. They're just the ones that are looking for apologies, hating real loud, but they follow me, screaming at the top of their lungs. I'm the scum of the earth in the same damn breath trying to preach about equality.
Man, listen. Do y'all hear what he's saying, man? The same people be preaching about equality are the same people who want to silence you. The same people who don't want you to have the ability to speak. I said at the beginning of the video, no sellouts. No, we're not going to be quiet. No, we're not going to stop talking. No, because I value everybody's opinion because I could learn something. Maybe I'm wrong on 10 things that I believe, And the only way I know I'm wrong is if somebody can tell me. But I try to silence you so that I can never, ever be wrong. That's not equality. That's special privilege. No.
That's a car that never touched the brakes. I built this house. They're the kind of people that be dying for exposure. They're the kind of people that get mad and lose composure. They're the kind of people that are never going forward. They're just the ones that are
never looking forward, never moving forward because they're stuck in the past. They stuck in the goddamn past. They cannot get over the past. And that's it. That's it. And you know why? Because it gives them power. The more that you can claim victimhood in this world, the more exposure you got. We saw this with the Juicy Smoulier. I hope y'all get that reference from the Dave Chappelle. From Juicy Smoulier, when he talked about faking a hate crime, talking about this is MAGA country. He created and fabricated a story so that he could be a victim because he knew it would propel his career. These people are in it for a tactic. It's not genuine. Now, there are some people who are really genuinely affected, but they need to be informed and educated, and we need to have a real conversation. But for those people who don't want any progress, don't want a guy who happens to be white to speak on these issues because he's white and he didn't come to the same conclusions as them.
Exposure. They're the kind of people that get mad and lose composure. They're the kind of people that are never going forward. They're just the ones that are looking for apologies, hating real loud, but they follow me, screaming at the top of their lungs, I'm the scum of the earth, in the same damn breath, trying to preach about equality. Back before I wrote the song on race, they all ignored that I had something great. They The beat. Can you hear it? This thing that had 3 switch ups that fast. Yo, eat it, man. He killing it, but he's telling the truth as well. He's telling the truth. These same people who want to shut him down talk about equality, and they're the same people that follow him, the same people who's watching and waiting for him. And they look, you can be great, but until you become controversial, nobody really cares. We see this with like so many greats, so many people in the spotlight. And it just so happens that the more controversial you are, apparently the more people follow you, the more people want to be a part of your circle and want you to be successful. Because the longer you great with your skills, if you're not pissing nobody off, then people feel like, what use are you? But now they listening. In the same damn breath, trying to preach about equality. Back before I wrote the song on race, they all ignored that I had something great. They tried to edge me out. They didn't hear my bars. They tried to tell me that I wasn't built for fame. Fast forward to when I'm paid. I ain't spent $1 on the chain. Yo,
somebody get this man a cup of water. He's hot. He's on fire with this, yo. This man just said that he made all of this money and he ain't bought a chain. Shout out. I mean, let's just focus on something real quick. Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. How many of these dudes rock chains? Some of the richest people in the world, Warren Buffett, some of the richest people. How many of them are rocking big, stupid chains with big, stupid faces or trying to flash about how much money they got by wearing jewelry all over themselves and stuff like that? That stuff ain't important. You're taking care of your family. You're taking care of your kids. You're looking out for your community. You building something. You educating people. Are you giving out a good message that people can learn from? Man, pay attention, man. Pay attention, because I'm paying attention. That's how you really be woke. They tried to tell me that I wasn't built for fame. Fast forward to when I'm paid. I ain't spent $1 on the chain. I'll get my mama a house. I'll get my dad a car. I'll make my sister rich. She'll never work again. And this hater... There it is. That's what I was just talking about. That's what it is. Took care of his mom. Took care of his pops, his sister. Yo, that's the things that matter. Say you'll never work again. That's how you stunt. That's how you stunt, people. Take a lesson. On the chain, I'll get my mama a house, I'll get my dad a car, I'll make my sister rich, she'll never work again. And this hater is so underwhelming. I'm conditioned for all the abuse. Seeing the reaction videos all blowing up, and you're welcome for all of the views. Blow up. There it is. Listen, I ain't even gonna lie. I just started doing Tom Macdonald reaction video not too long ago, and the Hangover Gang showed up and showed out. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm not throwing hate or shade on him. I tell the truth. I tell you if I like his music, if I don't like it, I tell you if what I resonate with, and I try to give a good breakdown of it. But the truth is the truth, man. A lot of these people are just chasing a wave. They want to use you and his momentum to get attention, to get views, to benefit from. That's what they really want. Ask yourself, how many of these people really, really care. And I'm gonna point out something. I made a post on YouTube not too long ago, and some of y'all saw it, but a lot of these reaction videos are garbage, yo. Garbage. And I've seen reaction videos from some pretty popular YouTubers. And yo, they're not really giving good reactions. They're not giving you good breakdowns. They'll listen to the song and bob their head and laugh or joke a little bit, but they're not giving you no real substance. They're not really taking into consideration the words that this man is saying. Because if he took the time to write the music, he took the time to record the music, to make a video, should I not take my time to try to extract as much value from it as I possibly can? Just my opinion, man. And are you talking about somebody who makes music, who's made music? So I understand the process. And not only that, I understand the struggle because me and Tom agree on so many things. It's important.
I'm conditioned for all the abuse. Seeing the reaction videos all blowing up, and you're welcome for all of the views. Blow up my Twitter. Y'all just keep making me bigger. Y'all just keep showing you're triggered. Y'all just keep missing the point, and I keep doing me. Y'all ain't nothing to even consider.
Man, listen. The visuals, the visuals not important to me on this. I'm not gonna say the visuals are awesome or anything. It's okay, but the beat, the music, the lyrics, the message. Oh gosh, like, oh man, can I just put it in like a big old bowl and put some milk in it and just like eat it up? Because man, I am enjoying this. I am full so far. Like, yo, I ain't even hit the minute mark and I'm full. This man is killing this, man. Killing it.
Y'all just keep showing you're triggered. Y'all just keep missing the point, and I keep doing me. Y'all ain't nothing to even consider. Man, I built this house. I'm the kind of person making music with a purpose. You the kind of people that be hating on the surface. I'm the kind of you ain't used to, the kind of make you nervous.
I'm the kind of person you ain't used to, the kind of make you nervous. They're shaking in their boots. They're shaking in their boots, and it's hot outside. They nervous, man. They nervous. You know, some people spend their whole life trying to get somewhere. They put all their effort and time and energy into it just to come and be outshined by somebody else who's just better. And it's okay to be not the best at everything and to give credit what credit is due. But to try to tear somebody down just so you can be back on their level, that's crazy. That's stupid. We could all be eating. We could all be successful. I make YouTube videos. If you extract value off of it, you get something in return. I get something in return. And it's a win-win situation. But some people don't think like that. They don't think like that at all.
I'm the kind of person making music with a purpose. You the kind of people that be hating on the surface. I'm the kind of you ain't used to, the kind of make you nervous. Yeah, back before I even wrote the record, I can see this coming like a fortune teller.
Back before I even wrote the record, I can see it coming like a fortune teller. That man got bars, yo. That man killing it. I love the lyrical songs of Tom Macdonald because if you listen to one of Tom Macdonald's and he's just like really pushing a certain message and he's trying to get it across, people will look at that and be like, oh, I'm finna go after this dude. I'm finna tear this man down. I'm finna goddamn. And then you flip the switch and that boy got a different side of him that you ain't know he had. And now that's Mr. Postman. So y'all better be careful who y'all be playing with, because just because you think you're on somebody's level don't really mean you is. Man.
Used to, the kind of make you nervous. Yeah, back before I even wrote the record, I can see this coming like a fortune teller. And a calm sea don't make a skilled sailor, so I thank the heavens for the stormy weather. Okay, fast forward to when we're old and gray. I'll be looking back at when they posted hate, and it will hurt a bit, but it was worth it when your dream is getting hurt no matter what they say.
Man, listen. And you look back and you realize it's gonna hurt. Yeah, people are gonna say things about you and they're gonna come for you. And trust me, it's not always going to be positive. I know what it's like. I made some videos and got some pushback and people didn't like what I said. I've been on other podcasts and things and people really don't like certain things that I said. But I got to ask myself at the end of the day, when I look back on it, did I tell the truth? Did I talk about the things that I was educated on and the things that I was knowledgeable about? And then I use logic and reason. If I made mistakes, I'll admit it. When you learn better, you do better. It's nothing wrong with saying you don't know something. But it's definitely going to be worth it because you realize that the more honest you are and the best effort that you put forward, you're going to realize that the success will come and people will resonate with it and it will pay off. And then you have to ask yourself, okay, was all that hate, receiving all the hate worth it? Yes, of course it is. It is. It's always been that way. Y'all got me preaching.
And the calm sea don't make a skilled sailor, so I thank the heavens for the stormy weather. Okay, fast forward to when we're old and gray. I'll be looking back at when they posted hate, and it will hurt a bit, but it was worth it when your dream is getting hurt, no matter what they say. I try conveying that I love us all, and the way I did it left them so appalled. I used a broken arm to try and break their walls, no matter what they say, they know it took balls.
Yes. That's what I said when I did the reaction. I was like, yo, they was like, yo, dude, what are you saying? Are you supposed to be saying this and all that? Yeah, it took balls. So whether you disagree or agree, it don't really matter. It took balls to say it. And the fact that it take balls to say what he said is alarming. It's a problem because you should know that it's the truth. And why should we be afraid to tell the truth? Yeah, they said the truth hurt, but it will also set you free. And he knew that. Yes.
I surveyed the land and I found a location, unloaded the lumber and pounded the stakes, and I blended the bones of the people who hated with blood and cement. Then I poured the foundation. I built the frame with all my guilt and
oh, so now I see what he's doing. Like, he's saying that all of this negativity, all the positivity, all of these things that came from this, I'm going to take all of that and build this house. And that's why he's saying he grounded up all of their bones and mixed it in with the cement and poured it, and he set the pavement and set the foundation. So that makes sense. So on top of all the hatred that he got for making the White Boy song, he's going to use that to build a house. He's going to build something on top of that. That kudos.
the stakes, and I blended the bones of the people who hated with blood and cement. Then I poured the foundation. I built the frame with all my guilt and shame, and then I chiseled my name and the date in the basement. I carved my initials and all of the boards and the beams that are needed for structural greatness. Oh,
that's a Donald Trump tactic. Trump understood this more than anything. It was branding. Branding is important. And Tom Macdonald was saying that I built all of this, and I'm not just going to build it and walk away. I am going to engrave my name in every single part of it. And the reason I'm going to do that is because you will never, ever be able to deny that I was here, that I did this, that I deserve this, that I worked for this. I put my blood, sweat, and tears in this. And you will not be able to erase me and deny me because it's set in stone and it'll always be there. Come on, man. Y'all. Man, look here. I gotta give a shout out real quick because y'all ain't feeling my boy. I'm gonna give a shout out in a second. You know who you are when I say it. Go ahead, Tom.
I chiseled my name and the date in the basement. I carved my initials and all of the boards and the beams that are needed for structural greatness. No record label, no distribution, no cosign, no publicist, no.
There it is. And it's a well-known fact. And Tom Macdonald never hides this, and he always continues to reiterate it because it's so many people. This whole rap game that he's in, that so many people are a part of, a lot of these people have help. They have people doing all of this stuff for them, the promotion, the camera work, the videos, all of this stuff. And he doesn't have any of that. It's just him, Nova, and his small team of support. And they're doing this on their own. And you got to hate on that because you can't do what he's doing. And hell, I couldn't do what he's doing. And like I said, I used to make music and I couldn't do this. I didn't have the resources and the people around me who could align it up with that and make it happen. And I'm not hating on it. It's just, you got to acknowledge it and represent it in a positive light. He's doing it for a good thing, man. Now, here's my shout out to you. Michelle Moloch. I don't know if y'all can see that. Michelle Moloch. She was the one who decided to tell me to do this double up. Michelle, thank you so much. I'm giving a shout out to you. Definitely. And all of y'all who took the time to vote on the poll for me to do this whole thing as well. Y'all picked WhiteBoy, which led me to doing this response.
The beams that are needed for structural greatness. No record label, no distribution, no cosign, no publicist, no manager, no teammates, no money to make up my budget with, no groceries, no studio, no booking agent, no bucket list.
I'll just give a list of all of it. And everything he's saying, I guarantee you there's a rapper or somebody in this industry who's looking at these lists of things that he's naming out and they're saying, I needed that as well. Oh, I needed that. Or, and it's going to hurt some feelings. But if you're one of those people, man, don't stunt. Just be great. Take advantage of the opportunities that you have and make great music. Put out positivity and touch people's hearts and minds and resonate with them, and you will be rewarded in return. You don't have to tear down somebody.
No money to make up my budget with, no groceries, no studio, no booking agent, no bucket list, no PR, no marketing, just fans. Man, we built this.
Shout out to the fans. Shout out to the fans. You gotta love the fans. If people take the time to watch you, to follow you, to support you, to share your stuff, to like your stuff, that's it. That's the only people who deserve the credit. Thank you, Tom, for giving credit to your fans. Thank you. They taking you much farther than you probably ever would have went if you didn't have that support.
House when my days end and it's vacant and they bury me with that only key. My biggest fans gonna break in with a Ouija board and a box of chalk, draw pentagram, hail Satan, try to.
Y'all don't feel it, man. No, Tom. Sometimes I can't even give a breakdown because I'm so busy enjoying the music, yo. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just so busy enjoying the music. This one fire.
Biggest fans gonna break in with a Ouija board and a box of chalk, draw pentagram, hail Satan, try to bring me back from that wooden box y'all tried to fill my grave with. Then
man, listen, if y'all try to bury me, y'all gonna go through all this effort to try to bury me. And guess what's gonna happen? That's what he's telling you. My fans, the people who support me and love me the most, they coming for me. They gonna resurrect me. It's nothing you can do. They gonna resurrect me. So go ahead and try to bury me.
Sit on the roof with the rifles I hid in the fridge, and they'll shoot at the men on the ridge who are coming to undo the work that I did. Then they'll block off the highway that leads to the crib and put sensors on all of the boards on the bridge so they know when they're coming to empty the clip. Then they'll cut all the bodies and cut off the skin. They connect all the pieces with needles and pins and
now he just stunting. Now he just going through and just like tearing them down. This is a fully automatic weapon right now. And he's just unloading it, just tearing it apart. You want stunting, you want fame, you want, lyricism, you want the beat, you want all that. I'm finna give it all to you just to show you that I'm ready for war. And I'm ready to stand on the things that I believe in. That's what he's doing.
Know when they're coming to empty the clip, then they'll cut all the bodies and cut off the skin. They connect all the pieces with needles and pins and attach it to 10 feet of branches and twigs and then plant it in mud till it stands in the wind. And they'll stand there and look at this that we did that we never imagined we do because of them.
There's nothing to say. Kudos. That's it. They dead, bro. You can end the song right there. It's over. It's dead. Who can say this man isn't lyrical? Oh, gosh. I done muted the thing. Sorry, y'all. We back, though. We back.
Stands in the wind and they'll stand there and look at this that we did that we never imagined we do because of them. Our blood and sweat and tears went into what we built till we were bags. So we used blood and sweat and tears of enemies to build our flag.
All right, y'all. That's the moment where I said, can I get an amen? That's the moment because this man just said, we put all our blood, sweat, and tears and all this stuff in here to build all of this. So now we got to use the blood, sweat, and tears of our enemies to plant our flag, to build a flag. So when you have exhausted everything and you did all of this, now you're running off the fumes of those people who just hating on you. And it'll propel you to a new level, a new height. And it's nothing wrong with that because you know how many people told me that I was going to spend the rest of my life in jail or that I was going to not be anything when I grew up or that I wasn't going to make it this far? I'm still living off them fumes. You would be amazed at how much you want to prove your haters wrong and how much it'll propel you to the next level. I resonate with that. I wasn't supposed to be doing this YouTube stuff.
But we built till we were bags, so we used blood and sweat and tears of enemies to build our flag. We built this house, we laid these bricks, we set these traps, these flames we lit. Our haters doused in gasoline, they brought to try and torch us with.
Man, listen. He said, we. You should feel good knowing that you are a part of this. You should feel great knowing that you played a part in this man's success because you're doing it for the right reasons. If Tom Macdonald was somebody who was just spewing out poison and he was just promoting negativity and violence in the communities and, sowing division and trying to turn people against each other, then you wouldn't have anything to be proud about. Your support of him wouldn't make any sense. But the fact that there are so many of y'all who support this message and support this mentality, getting behind this, it gives me hope. It gives a lot of people hope, knowing that there's a large percentage of people out there who still care about the truth and still care about the right things and the right values. Man, just doing these reactions have let me know that, man, I'm happier. I'm happier. Days are brighter. It just is. I just thank y'all.
Let them hate, dog. Everyone will have something to say, dog. Their opinions don't mean trying to judge your engine by your paint job. Gravestone, I'm a cheap death. There's too much I ain't seen yet. They think that I got him way over my head, but I feel like I just got my feet wet. We're trying to...
They think I got way over my head, but I just got my feet wet. There's more. There is more. Like, we just got started. Oh, man. Now, I know this song was in like, what, 2018 or something like that, but, yo, the man's still going strong to this day. Yo, the man whole artillery, the man whole arsenal, the man catalog is phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Dream more and sleep less. Avoid the pills when we're depressed. Remember to not be too hard on ourselves. If we cut deep enough, we'll bleed red, man.
Now you're talking about the mental health problems and the people going through real stuff and depression and stuff. Like, these are the supporters. These are the people who I've touched, and these are the people who touched me. And we went through all of this stuff. So while you sitting here trying to tear me down, and while you sitting there trying to stunt and be the big man on campus, you realize something, that, man, the people that I'm rocking with, that I'm rolling with, understand real pain and real suffering and overcoming and achieving and working together and supporting each other. And we build a community and we're strong together. So, man, bring that, because that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Can you say the same thing? Do you have all of that? Man, they say what don't kill you will make you stronger. And if you had some things trying to really kill you, imagine how strong you can be. It's a living testament.
Avoid the pills when we're depressed. Remember to not be too hard on ourselves. If we cut deep enough, we'll bleed red, man. You never know when it's time to go. Heaven's open when the bars are closed. So seize the moment. Don't leave it hoping you'll breathe tomorrow. You could be a ghost. I'm living.
Man, this man just went off and just demolished his haters and enemies, and then turned it right around and just decided to promote a positive message. Even then, even on a song where he's giving the business, he still takes the time to leave you with something positive. And he did it in a way that's not corny. It's not corny at all. He did it in a way that's still on par with the lyrics that he's providing, the beat that he's doing, and it all fits. And he did it a great way. He wrote this awesomely.
Living my life, the finish line is right in front of me. Made a fishing wire, so I'll never see it till it's too late. When God shakes my hand, please celebrate. Please celebrate. Please celebrate. Please celebrate.
When God shake my hand, please celebrate. And you got to please celebrate. Please celebrate. Keep going off. Keep going off. Man, listen. Y'all, I'm about to rate this song. Y'all. Man, I still got more to say, but all right. So when it comes to the beat, I'm giving the beat 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. I don't know if y'all can see my finger at it. 9 out of 10. The beat. I'm looking at my fingers. That was delicious. The beat was amazing. The reason I didn't give it a 10 out of 10 because I've heard some Tom Macdonald beats, in my personal opinion, that are even better. And so it's hard for me to give that a 10 out of 10 because I know what it's compared to. And it might not be a little fair, but that's what I'm giving it. And the second thing with the lyricism, 10 out of 10, hands down. He killed it. He murdered it. It's in the grave. Stick a fork in it. It's done. It's done. Now, the last part, visuals. Visuals, giving it 2 out of 10. Not my favorite visuals. I get that he was just standing there, and I mean, I saw the whole clouds and the electricity going through him. I didn't really understand how that resonated with the song necessarily. To me, it's just the visuals, him standing in front of a whiteboard. I mean, there was a few different transitions there of him, whatever, but it was not visually stimulating, but I like the song. I like the song. Thank y'all so much for listening. With that being said, the 29th, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. 4-hour special, the JAVIER Lobby edition, 4-hour special. Many guests coming on. Please, 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 if you can make it, come join us. If it's for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, if you can do the whole 4 hours, see me take this one-chip challenge, I 100% appreciate it. Thank y'all so much, Hangover Gang, for being here, and for all the supporters and all the people taking the time to like, subscribe, and share. We're going to have a good time. The JAVIER Lobby, we in here. Thank y'all so much. Peaceful and glory. Be peaceful. Be great. As always. Till next time. I'm out.
1 in a million to 1 billion. Too hot to be in the kitchen. I'll end up melting the ceiling.